And hello, everybody! We are the SpiffyNeedleGeeks here for a fun reactionary video.
Reactionary. I like
reactionary, yes.
Yeah.
So as I'm sure a lot of you know, yesterday was at Sony conference, the PlayStation Experience. I'm sure a good chunk of you were able to see it, but one unfortunate soul who was not able to catch the conference yesterday due to her work was poor Dani here.
It's like, yeah.
Crazy work schedule.
Yeah, I mean, I made a separate video explaining that my work schedule is going to be very hectic, and all I can say is that while I was at work, when I was eating lunch on my break, I was checking on my phone. I usually check, like, Facebook, Twitter, check the news, that kind of stuff, and all I saw on my Twitter was Ryan just completely flooding it, talking about this conference and demanding Sly Cooper. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on with these boys?
Yes, well, the very first thing Dani, or I'm fairly certain it was the first thing I actually missed at the beginning of the conference, that was shown was more stuff showing that Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Okay.
And
Yes.
oh boy, this trailer honestly was so fucking impressive. Now I want to get the game. It's going to be so fun fighting my girlfriend over her PS4 so I can play it. Because she's probably going to want to play it too. So
like, is this just a collection of cutscenes, or are we actually getting gameplay?
You'll see.
Because that's what I'm curious about. I mean, it's like, we know Square can pump out beautiful graphics. They've been doing it for years. I'm curious to see how are they going to handle the gameplay. Like, are they going to keep it the same? Are they going to tweak it? Or, God forbid, I don't want a repeat of 13. I don't want an auto battle system, please.
Alrighty, well, we have the video here on standby.
Okay.
So, on the count of play, we will all start it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So 3, 2, 1, play.
I still don't see why we brought a Shinra soldier along. No way.
Oh my God! Voice acting in Final Fantasy VII.
What's his name anyway?
Cloud Strife.
Oh, is this Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse?
Look,
yep.
It is! It's Biggs and Jesse! Wow, they actually rendered out nice.
we're paying you more than
Oh, and there's Barrett.
Mr. T.
Yeah. Is that... I know Barrett barely talked in Advent Children, but it's like, I don't know, is that the same voice actor?
Gameplay!
Oh, yeah, here's the gameplay.
Oh, wow! They're actually building Midgar! Holy shit!
Yeah, and it's not, going in one linear path like 13. No, it's actually, like, playing out like an open world.
I like this hey, it's Wedge!
Same as us.
Yes, they kept his Cloud's I don't give a shit attitude. Yes!
Yep.
Oh, that would be his Mako headfuck.
Gameplay!
Holy shit! It's the Crisis Core engine! Yes!
Oh shit.
My God! Thank you! Thank you! No auto battle! Thank you, Square! You're doing something right!
Okay, let's move.
And that's that.
And scene.
Yeah, greatness awaits indeed.
My God! It's like, am I in the Twilight Zone right now? Like, seriously, am I in the Twilight Zone? Did I somehow get in the Twilight Zone? Like, it's like, Square has been fucking up for so goddamn long. Practically an entire console generation with that Fabula Nova Crystallis bullshit. And now it's like, oh my God, they're actually doing things right.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, like I saw this, and like, of course, my immediate first thought was that it looked like Kingdom Hearts. then Russell was just like, it looks like Crisis Core, and I'm just like, what the fuck is a Crisis Core?
Yeah. Crisis Core was the prequel that was on the PlayStation Portable, and it's like out of all the sequels and the prequels that came out of Final Fantasy VII, in my opinion, Crisis Core was by far the best one. I mean, I thought it was almost as good as the original. It really is that good. But yeah, that combat and everything, it looked like it was taken right out of Crisis Core. Now, granted, in Crisis Core, you're only playing one character. You're only playing Zack. So I'm really curious, is this going to be where you only play like one character, and like is everybody else, like the rest of the party, is that controlled AI or no?
It looked like you also play as Barrett there for a little bit too. So.
Well, but that's what I was wondering was, because I saw Cloud moving in there too. So that's where it's like, is that just, is Cloud moving because of your actions, or is this kind of like what like Persona 3, where you control one character and everybody else is controlled through AI? I mean, it's kind of hard to tell, but I would imagine with the Crisis Core engine, it should be possible to just switch over from person to person when their turn comes up.
Yeah, I imagine, like, you play as Zack in Crisis Core, correct?
Yeah.
So I imagine Cloud's gonna play exactly like Zack for obvious reasons, but it's like, I don't see why they would only limit you to Cloud for this. Because there were, like, listing off Cloud, Barrett, Tifa, Ketchi, Aerith, Vincent, Yuffie,
Red 13,
and Sid.
Yeah, Red 13 and Sid. Yeah,
there were all those playable characters in the original as just an RPG. I don't see why it would only limit you to Cloud when you have that whole party with you.
Right. Right, but I mean, it's like
not to mention, what are they going to do for that whole sequence when Cloud goes into a coma?
Wait, what?
He just watched everyone else.
There's a point in Disc 2, actually, like right in the middle of Disc 2, you actually lose Cloud for a portion of the game, and you have to continue with the rest of the party.
Oh.
But that's like halfway through Disc 2, and that's pretty much when the whole Cloud, like, the whole emo, I'm weak, there's nothing I can do. That's pretty much when that shit starts coming to an end.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for the record, people, unfortunately, I'm part of that 1% that has yet to play even the original Final Fantasy VII, but god damn it, even with that, I'm so glad I got a PlayStation 4 so I can get this.
Yeah, but it's like, I bring that up, and I doubt very highly that if, for whatever reason, they did stick this only to Cloud, and they would cut out that sequence entirely, because it's like...
Well, no, they wouldn't cut it out. They wouldn't cut it out entirely. They would just switch the control over to another person. I mean, in the original Final Fantasy VII, it was like when you lose Cloud...
you became Sid.
Yeah, Sid kind of takes over as the next de facto leader for the time being, until you got Cloud back.
Like, I doubt very highly that they would only allow you to play as Sid for just that one portion. More than likely, you're going to be able to play as whoever you want to.
Right, but I mean, as like I said, it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, we only caught, like, glimpses of it, but I'm sure, like, probably come, like, E3 is when we're going to probably see a lot more of this game in action.
Yeah. And it's like, you saw those cutscenes at the beginning, too. They were almost, like... despite rendered beautifully, they were very, very true to the original.
Oh yeah,
thank God.
Yeah, that's like I commented earlier about how they're actually building Midgar, and that's like, here's the thing, because in the original Final Fantasy VII, I mean, yeah, like the first maybe I think give or take with level grinding and everything, like your first playthrough, maybe like your first 5 to 10 hours of the game is just in Midgar. I mean, a big portion of the beginning of the game is in this one starting city. And I mean, it's a huge city. And you got to explore, like, a couple of the sectors, both in the slums and on the plates. You go into the Shinra building. I mean, we explored a lot of Midgar, but we didn't explore all of it. And even then, it was just like, it was a couple of maps and everything. But here, it's like, yeah, we're seeing, like, they're literally crawling around and everything, to get to the Mako reactor, which was really not present at all in the original. So I'm actually really impressed. Like, they're actually trying to, like, really flesh out and build this city.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like if that's the kind of attention to detail that they're going to give to Midgar, which makes sense because of all the cities in Final Fantasy VII, it is the most recognizable. But if that's the kind of attention to detail they're going to give to Midgar, can you imagine every other city that you come across in this game? I mean, it's like, holy shit. That's where it's like, I gotta admit, I am really, really fucking stoked now.
Yeah. Like, this is the first time I've seen you excited for a Square game in a long time.
Well,
Dani,
yeah,
so
because it's like I said, you know, with the whole Febula Nova Crystallis, which, for those of you who don't know, that's the Final Fantasy 13 games. They gave it its own, that's the project name for it. So it's 13, 13.2, 13.3, Versus, which is, I believe now going to be 15, versus Agito, which was another thing. Basically, all of this was under one project. And that practically took up the entire PlayStation 3, console cycle. So now we've moved on to the PlayStation 4, and it's like, okay, we still have 15 on the way, which, like I said, was Versus. So the whole Febula Nova Crystallis thing isn't quite done yet, but I really, really did not care at all for that whole process and everything. Like, I did not care for those games. And Square's also just been doing a lot of other stupid decisions, not just with Final Fantasy, which is why, they've just been irritating me so much. And, which is a damn shame, because I grew up loving Square stuff. And to see them, pumping out crap and everything was very disheartening. Yeah. That's like, at this point, the only things I actually give a shit about coming from Square is Kingdom Hearts 3 and this Final Fantasy VII remake. And I mean, it was to the point where it was like, if they somehow fucked up those games, I'd be like, all right, I'm done with this company. I'm not gonna bother with them anymore. But right now, it looks like, okay, there is a lot of promise going on with the Final Fantasy VII remake. Now it's like, yes, I definitely want to see more. I want to see more Kingdom Hearts 3 as well. But I really want to see more. Like, I want to see more of how this battle system fleshes out. Like, how is the party handled? Can we see some other cutscenes? Because so far we've only seen the Midgar stuff.
Yeah, it looks like they stuck. The furthest they went was literally right when was like the first giant robot battle when Barrett and Cloud set the bomb in the first reactor.
Yeah, that's like the beginning of the game, isn't it?
Well, no,
yeah, I think that's the beginning of the game. That's like your first 20 minutes of the game is your first mission.
Okay, actually, come to think of it now, actually, what happened first? That boss fight or the part where Cloud was being surrounded by all the soldiers?
The boss fight happens first. Cloud being surrounded by the soldiers is when they're trying to escape.
Okay, so yeah, that was the furthest thing.
Okay, so they went a little bit past that, but I mean, it's like, I want to see some other moments in the game. I mean, okay, how about let's show Cloud meeting Aerith for the first time. Let's show who I
want to see? You know
what
I want to see?
Oh God,
Reno.
Oh.
HD Reno.
And I'm sure every guy out there is wanting. Oh man, I want to see Tifa render beautifully in this game.
Oh yeah, but I mean, it's like I would like to see Cloud meeting Aerith for the first time. Maybe infiltrating the Shinra building, because that was a pretty big important moment too. I mean, one of the things I'm actually really curious about is how they're going to handle it, and I don't know if we'll see it anytime soon. I want to see how some of these mini games render out. When you're actually pretty much the last thing you do in Midgar is you infiltrate the Shinra building, and then you have to escape, and you escape by motorcycle. And as you're flying through the streets, you've got Shinra soldiers coming at you trying to knock you off the road, and Cloud has to slash at them with the sword and protect everybody else in a truck. I would love to see how this gets rendered out on the PlayStation 4, because it's like, that is such an action-packed scene, but it's like, that's a minigame. You've got snowboarding in there. That's another minigame. We got chocobo racing. It's like, there's so many things that I would love to see, and granted, I imagine I'm not, the only time I'll be seeing it is when the game actually comes out, but wishful thinking.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh boy.
The hype is real. Too hype, too real. Oh god. Nah, but seriously though, yeah, one of these days I need to find a time to actually at least play the original or something.
I believe it's on the PlayStation.
Yeah,
Network,
it is.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's on PSN. It's on Steam.
From what I have heard, Ryan, though, the Steam version is just kind of okay, at least from what I've been hearing. I haven't had a chance to look into it myself, but at least as far as playing the original, like, you know, you can get it on PlayStation Network. I think it's maybe like, I think it's like, what, $10, $15?
Something
yeah,
because I remember running into it once before. Yeah, I think it was like around like $9.99 or something.
Yeah, like $10 or something, I think. So I mean, you know, yeah. So if you've got the $10 to spend, by all means, go for it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Or maybe I'll have to rectify this soon.
Oh shit.
Let's see. Alrighty. Well, I guess that'll do it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Hype.
Hope you enjoyed this reaction/discussion.
Alrighty. And we will see you all next time.
Alright, see ya.